already done my analysis of my photo, and here I'm using it underneath as a guide to draw over. This is another way of speeding myself up. This is a little bit tricky though, because you'll see we really have to lengthen the figure as we go, so unless you're somewhat experienced with that, you probably don't want to draw over your analysis right away. I like this gesture because it has a lot of attitude. You can see I'm getting the angle of rib cage to pelvis. That's constantly what we're looking for in a fashion pose. This is what gives the body its attitude. The arm is away from the form, so it allows us to show the clothes better. Don't want the arm plastered to the body. Also creates a more interesting gesture. See that hand resting on the hip. Now this is where the most of the extra length is going to come, is through the legs. So I'm staying aware of my gesture, but I'm pulling that leg way out. You can see this is a pose where it's not a classic weight leg. He's got some weight on that play leg, so the weight leg is not coming really underneath the body as much. This other leg has to go out and function and hold some weight. Nice casual look to the pose. It's a good guy pose. It's got some movement, but it's not too swingy. You can see I give him everything angled out. So good definition to those knees, a bigger calf, larger feet, looking at the planes. Using my marker to block in the shape of a swimsuit. Making sure I make that back leg shorter than the front. Otherwise it's going to look like he has a skirt on. Using my structural lines to make sure I place everything accurately. And you can see how far down on the hip the swimsuit is sitting. It's not up on his waist at all. It's got a binding around the bottom that makes it more angular. It's a nice kind of stiff cotton, so it's going to have some body. It's going to stand away from the leg. And so I'm shadowing where the leg isn't. That helps define the form inside. Adding some stitching. All those details make it look more real, more interesting.